Hello and welcome to Simon's Trading Channel. My name's Simon. This is my daily Bitcoin price action analysis. Happy Thursday to you all. Hope you're all well and eyeing up the end of the week with a green looking weekly candle. Yes, looking much more positive, obviously for upside, than the last 2 weeks at this point. But who knows, there's still, 3 days, 8 hours left of this week on Bybit. Before we get to see the actual weekly closure. CME, of course, closes tomorrow evening my time, so I'll be interested to see where that closes. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So moving down to the 4-hour time frame, I made the chart a little less busy because it was a bit busy yesterday. So bottom of the range, top of the range, midpoint of the range, and then a channel. And the channel's still kind of there. It's I think yesterday I was sort of looking at this and suggesting that a move down for Bitcoin for continuation on this, within this channel, so continuation on a 4-hour to the upside, the next higher low would need to occur somewhere above really the midpoint. And if the price gets up a bit higher here, then it looks like it's already put in another higher low. So that's clearly good for more upside. Now, with it being Thursday and tomorrow being closure for CME, weekends, Bitcoin does make some serious moves, but it's more likely during the sort of Monday to Friday times. So you do wonder if, say, by tomorrow evening, this hasn't busted out, Bitcoin hasn't broken through the current all-time high and made a new one, it's probably not going to this week, and maybe a bit more of range play. You never know, maybe it'll wedge itself in. I think I talked about that a few videos ago. But yeah, for now, it looks like most of the action is in the top half of this range, so above 66,000. 4-hour daily closures below there, and then probably a move back down somewhere between sort of 62 and 59, somewhere back down to there. Below there, whole different kettle of fish. But for now, this range looks like it's holding up, and that ultimately, the longer it goes on, longer it holds up, will be better for more upside in the long term. So just because the price is sort of more towards the upper half of this range, I'm just going to quickly have a look at the 15-minute time frame, see if I can put any more meat on the bones. So there's the bottom. This green dotted line is the one you just saw on the previous chart, representing 66,000, which is the midpoint of my range of randomness, although hopefully not too random. And this is the channel. Now, as you can see, this price action basically down to this local low on the 15-minute time frame, probably 15-minute and hour. This was mostly sideways price action. It did come down to retest these highs, which it did there, and that now is the local low. So after that basically sideways move, it does look like it's putting in a bit more of a trending move. Remember, this is only on the lower time frames. This is literally since yesterday evening. So put in a high, put in a higher low, and then it's kind of moved up. And there's no obvious low here for me personally. And so for this to continue to the upside within this channel, even within this half of the range, Bitcoin could put in the next higher low anywhere really between 69,000 pretty much to where it is now. So another higher low anywhere in between where it is now and where I just said would then look good for more upside. And conversely, should it do a move down to pick out that higher low, see if I can pick up what's going on here. Why won't it let me take hold of my brush? There we are. So if Bitcoin did come down, puts in a higher low, but then doesn't achieve the Whoa! Forgot to let go of the pen. I think you can see what I'm doing here. So if Bitcoin puts a higher low, but then doesn't get back above the current, which would then be local high, then you'd probably think of this as more of just a big, long, rangy phase, but within a tighter range. So see what happens on that front, and based on that as well, it would seem logical that if there were several 15-minute hourly candles back below 68, then maybe revisit the midpoint of the range. What am I on now? Coming up for 6 minutes. This is probably going to be a relatively quick video. I'm going to get rid of that scribble now because I don't really need it. Get rid of that scribble. And I guess what I would say is, in a similar way to yesterday, more downside with 4-hour closures below 66,000, but until then, more upside is much more likely. And the longer it can hold above 70,000, particularly on a 4-hour, I think the more likely it is for an assault on the top, somewhere around 73, between 73.5 and 74,000. But again, whether or not it gets there this week, or indeed it may get there this week, but you get the feeling that it's unlikely to break through this week, and so potentially come back to it early next week. Anyway, that'll do for now. There's not much else I wanted to add to that video, so a nice short one for you today. Do me a favour, if you enjoyed the content, or if you found it useful at all, please like and subscribe. And if you haven't, don't come back tomorrow because I'll be doing it all again. Take care and enjoy the rest of your Thursday. See you tomorrow.